Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Here's going to be my next project. She's a 1978 Everest. It was a 340, but this is how I got it with no motor. I did manage to find a motor mount plate. I didn't even have that when I got it. Exhaust is there, and the clutch, and the chain case, and the track's all there. And all that stuff turns. I don't know how good a shape it really is, but it does turn. The track's not too bad for the age of it. I mean, it's got, obviously full of little cracks. Slides are probably pretty rough shape. I mean, it does have a new broken spring, so I mean, that's a bonus. Just plan just to kind of stick a motor in her and make her go and use her as a beater. I would like to find her a hood. It doesn't have to be good, just one that has all the pieces. That's all I have of this one. The hood was all broken apart in a pile when I got it, so I started putting some zip ties to it to fix it up, and stopped when I realized this is all I have. So, and so here's the motor I'm putting in her. I know my garage is a mess. This is after I cleaned a little bit too. She's a 440 Rotax. Was out of a Nuvik. If that'll focus in, you can kind of read it. I don't know any of the history on the motor. It does have a Windrosa sticker. It could be rebuilt. Maybe somebody just put the Windrosa sticker on it from another motor, but they're rebuilt. I have no clue. Looking in the intake, the pistons look okay in it. I never put a compression gauge on it, but I mean, it feels good when you pull it over. It didn't come with any coils on it. Those are ones that just came with the motor. The guy just had laying around. I stuck those on it and rigged some wiring up quick and give the points a quick clean, just enough to get spark out of it, and did take off on a shot of brake clean straight in the intake. Means a little hard on them. Motor's been setting a while, but I pre-oiled the cylinders a little bit anyway, so she's not too bad. I've got a couple carburetors, but I need to buy some of the jets. I've got the chart. It gives me all the proper jetting numbers for this motor. I just need to find all order some of the correct jets, because the carburetor I had isn't from this 440. It's, I don't know, but it is the 32 millimeter Mikuni, which is what they're supposed to have. So I do get the right jet. The right carb is gonna get the right jet numbers for it, and hoping the rest of the motor will be maybe not a direct bolt in. I know, but I've got the motor mount plate that fits the sled. This is not the right one for a sled, and I'm hoping the exhaust looks similar. I'm hoping that I can, with the stock motor mount plate, stick it on and just slip right on the exhaust, and belt alignment will be half decent, and we should be good. Should be good to go. So here we are now, trying to rig up something for an engine mount plate for this 440 motor. Here's a plate that was on this 440 motor when I got it. It's already had a hole either ovaled out or two holes already ovaled out a bit, or you can completely re-drill it, I don't know. So I'm thinking this motor's already been swapped in once, but that plate doesn't fit the Everest chassis anyway. I got this plate that come out of a different sled, but it does fit the Everest chassis. So I'm gonna have to try to use this. The Everest sled that this come out of apparently had some Marticat motor cobbled into it at some point, and that's why she's poles V'd out there. Big chunk cut out here. Those holes ovaled out. Those two on that end are ovaled out. Those two aren't bad. So I'm gonna have to just flip her on, put two nuts on it here, tighten her down a little bit, and set her in, and see how it goes from there. See how the belt alignment looks, and I may have to maybe oval those holes out more, or drill new ones, or maybe it's gonna end up here and I'll have to put a piece of plate or something across to kind of bridge the vat. But yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so first attempt is not a go. See if the clutch alignment's not off or not right, so it's gonna have to go that way. As you can see, the center of the clutch here, the center of that is off, but it's looking like the exhaust is gonna work, which will be nice. So, I mean, at least we have that. Okay, so I set the old carpenter square into the secondary clutch, so you kind of get a good straight line to kind of get the measurement off of to see how far off or how far I'm gonna move the motor over instead of just randomly guessing. There's a little bit of movement in the holes in the plate. I don't think it's gonna give me enough to get the alignment. So maybe between the holes between the motor and the plate, if it's oval a little bit, I may have to maybe move them a little bit, or over the holes a little more and move them there, and then maybe moving the plate over enough will give me enough, hopefully. So I think I got her pretty close now. That's pretty well centered. The holes in the plate, the motor that bolts through, you can't really see them here, I guess, but those ones that were ovaled, I was able to move the plate a little bit on the motor. I've been using a little oval in these holes. I was able to get the clutches pretty straight. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna line it up there when I'm all said and everything's all said and done, the final mounting, because I know, at least on slightly high performance stuff, the clutches aren't exactly straight with each other. There's a little bit of an offset, normally like that the motor would be. I mean, that's always exaggerated, so that when the motor's getting pulled under load, it actually pulls it back in alignment, because they are on rubber mounts. So I'm not exactly sure. I may just, when I tighten these down, just try to jig the motor over a little bit out of square. Maybe I could do a little more reading and see what people are doing on older stuff like this. It doesn't have, it's not, a big 800 fuel injected motor, so it doesn't, it's not making 100 horsepower. So I don't know how much it'll actually move. But that's a big hurdle. Exhaust is all hooked up, so that helps quite a bit. I don't got to build an exhaust. I still got to get my carburetor sorted out. Got to get the right jets and stuff. I got to roost off that pull start and put it in one of your bolt holes to get the rope lined up with the piece there too. And I'll have to, well, wiring's not a big rush on that. It'll run without the wiring, or without that wiring at least. Once I get the coils wired up and stuff, it'll run. And then I'll rig up a kill or something, but I'll have to mess with that wiring if I ever want the headlight on what's left of my cab to work. But I'm just kind of working away at it. I think I'm going to edit what I've got done now and upload what I've got. Save making this like a one big giant long video. I'll try to do it in a few parts or whatever, for all 2 of you that are watching. Yeah, just kind of working away at it when I can. I got other stuff on the go, snowmobile, it isn't mine, plus, 40-hour a week job, and also trying to get ready for winter because it's starting to get cold out. And I gotta get that stuff ready. So, yeah, I'll see you in part 2.